nanach, nachman, meuman, worker of miracles and wonders in every generation, who fights our fights, who judges our judgments, who takes revenge for us, who pays back all our soul's enemies, and who separates us from our troubles. Oh, may be your will, O Lord, our God and God of our fathers, that in your bountiful compassion, you have mercy upon us, and in your salvation and awesome wonders, help us to welcome and fulfill the holy days of Purim in their appointed time. Help us to welcome and fulfill the holy days of Purim in their appointed time, as is fitting. May we merit to fulfill all the holy commandments that are customary on Purim with great holiness and purity. With great holiness and purity. Oh, with great holiness and purity, with happiness and good-heartedness, with great holiness and purity, with happiness and good-heartedness, with tremendously great rejoicing, with tremendously great rejoicing, song, joy and gaiety. Let us fulfill them in all their details. Let us fulfill them in all their details, exactitude, and intentions, and the 613 commandments that are dependent on them, Master of the world. You have already revealed to us that all the miracles and wonders which you perform for our forefathers, and because of which the holy festivals were established, these miracles are performed, revealed, and radiate in every generation, in every person, at all times. Oh, these miracles are performed, revealed, and radiate in every generation, in every person, at all times. We need to attract the holiness of Purim and the holiness of all the festivals and the radiance of the miracles and wonders that were done then. Oh yeah, and in every single year, in every generation, and in every individual specifically. Therefore I have come before you. You will perform miracles and wonders in every single generation, every day, every period of the day, and every hour. Teach me, show me, teach me, show me, teach me, show me. I teach me, show me, teach me, show me, teach me, show me. Grant me the merits of the really perfect happiness of Purim, of the really perfect happiness of Purim. Oh, teach me, show me, grant me the merit of the really perfect happiness of Purim. Teach me, show me, grant me the merit of the really perfect happiness of Purim. Teach me, show me, grant me the merit of the really perfect happiness of Purim. Let me merit to rejoice very, very much. Oh, let me merit to rejoice very, very much. Let me merit to rejoice very, very much with all my heart and soul on the holy days of Purim, with a boundless happiness, such that I merit by the happiness and holiness of Purim to draw upon myself. Oh, let me merit to rejoice very, very much with all my heart and soul on the holy days of Purim. Let me merit to rejoice very, very much with all my heart and soul on the holy days of Purim, with a boundless happiness, such that I merit by the happiness and holiness. Oh yeah, Purim to draw upon myself and upon all Israel the holiness and purity which stems from the red heifer, which purifies from the uncleanliness of the dead. You commanded us to engage in reading this portion of the Torah, which refers to the red heifer. After Purim, you revealed to us that by Purim one merits to the purity of the red heifer, in order that we merit to be pure and to accept the holiness of the Pesach sacrifice in its appointed time. O Master of the world, Oh, master of the world, master of the world, you know that because of our immense decline and fall into the depths of this bitter exile and the tremendous multiplicity of troubles that happen to each and every Jew, myself in particular, and the incredibly great depths of the sea that sweep over me and pursue me very, very much from all sides. Oh, that sweep over me and pursue me very, very much from all sides. I'm in great trouble. I'm in great trouble. Very, very great distress. Very, very great distress beyond measure or estimation. Oh, very, very great distress and measure, distress beyond measure or estimation. I don't know of any opening of hope to rectify or escape all this. I don't know of any opening of hope to rectify or escape all this. Therefore, for all these things, I now need wonderful miracles and great awesome acts of deliverance. Therefore, for all these things, I now need wonderful miracles and great awesome acts of deliverance, just as you performed for the community of Israel in previous generations. Wonderful and awesome miracles, such as in the days of Mordechai and Esther, when the evil Haman, may his name and memory be wiped out, stood up against them, etc. The miracle of Purim was greater than all the miracles you ever performed for us, as you revealed to us by your holy sages. May the memory be blessed. Who said that in the future all the festivals will be cancelled apart from Purim? Originally all the beginnings were from Pesach. Originally all the beginnings were from Pesach. For all the festivals are a remembrance of the leaving of Egypt. But now, Stefanos is that of Rav Nachman. Tradition has that of Nachman intended the continuation to be. And now all the beginnings are from Purim. Master of the world, master of the world, master of wonders, master of the world, master of all the world, master of wonders, who sows the seeds of salvation, who you know the truth, that the main miracle of all the miracles and wonders which you performed for us when leaving Egypt, that the main miracle of all the miracles and wonders which you performed for us when leaving Egypt and in the war against Amalek in the days of Moshe and in the days of Mordechai and Esther, and all the miracles and wonders that you performed for us in the days of Hanukkah and in every generation, the principal miracle of them all is the salvation of the soul. The principal miracle of them all is the salvation of the soul. The principal miracle of them all, the umaaiiinnn, nanach, nachman. The principal miracle of them all is the salvation of the soul. The principal miracle of them all is the salvation of the soul. For the primary jealousy and hate of all our troublemakers, and persecutors, materially and spiritually, is only because we believe in you, O Lord, our God, 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 our God, O Lord, our God, our God, O Lord, our God, O Lord, our God, our God, our God, our God. Oh, it is only because we believe in you, O Lord, our God, O Lord, our God, and yearn to go on your holy paths, and to fulfill your awesome commandments, and to reveal and publicize the truth of faith in your divinity, and to reveal and publicize the truth of faith in your divinity, your supervision and dominion over the world, your supervision and dominion over the world, your supervision and dominion over the world. Only because of this, more than one nation has stood against us to destroy us in every generation, and they stand against us to destroy us, they stand against us to destroy us. But the Holy One saves us from their hands. But the Holy One saves us from their hands. Therefore, the primary miracle and salvation from all the troubles is that you express your vengeance and you perform miracles and wonders in order that the Torah and commandments can continue to exist, that they shouldn't be nullified from the world, Heaven forbid, as the haters and deniers want, as the haters and deniers want, as the haters and deniers want. May their names be wiped out, all of them are from the side of Haman and Amalek. May his name be wiped out. Now, what can I say before you who sits in the heaven, you who sit in the heavens? What can I tell you who dwells in the skies? Now what can I tell you? Who dwells in the skies? After all these miracles and wonders, I myself persecute myself more than all the haters. After all these miracles and wonders, I myself persecute myself more than all the haters. I myself persecute myself more than all the haters. After all these miracles, and wonders, I myself persecute myself more than all the haters. I myself persecute myself more than all the haters. For I haven't overcome my desires, and I've even drawn upon myself the evil desire. I've done what I've done such that I've actually brought upon myself these troubles, and there is this stress. I've done what I've done such that I've actually brought upon myself these troubles and this distress. They are more difficult and bitter. They are more difficult and bitter. They are more difficult. They are more difficult and bitter. They are more difficult and bitter. They are more difficult and bitter than all the troubles. For there is no distress as bad as the hat above the soul. The greatest compassion that there is to extract a Jewish soul from iniquities and blemishes. The greatest compassion that there is to extract a Jewish soul from iniquities and blemishes. Master of the world, eternal one. Master of the world, eternal one. O true God, true Lord, God. You alone know how far these things extend, for truthfully I am ignorant. I don't know the power of the miracle of Purim. I don't know the power of the miracle of Purim materially or spiritually. I don't know the power of the miracle of Purim. I don't know the power of the miracle of Purim. I don't know the power of the miracle of Purim, materially or spiritually, and I especially don't know how to merit, to draw upon myself the power of this miracle, to draw upon myself the power of this miracle and salvation. You alone know everything. You alone know everything. You look to me from afar. You look to me from afar. By various sparks, you allude to me from afar. By various sparks and countless signs, to come closer to you at all times. As for myself, because of my immense stubbornness, I still haven't turned back from my mistake. I still haven't turned back from my mistake. I still haven't turned back from my mistake, but in my bitter affliction, I find comfort in the fact that I am still determined to speak like this before you. I find comfort in the fact that I am still determined to speak like this before you. But in my bitter affliction, I find comfort in the fact. I find comfort in the fact that I am still determined to speak like this before you. That I utter to you from the dust, and still hope for your compassion, and salvation, and still hope for your compassion. And salvation, Master of the world, you alone know the power of the miracle that was in the days of Mordechai and Esther, when they merited to be victorious in the war against Haman and Amalek, and to wipe out their name and memory from the world, and how they merited by this to draw wonderful radiance and awesome salvation into each generation, and how they merited by this to draw wonderful radiance and of awesome salvation to each generation. Only you know how. Oy now wow, all our life force and hope to escape our exile in body and soul is only by the power of this miracle. It's only by the power of this miracle. It's only by the power of this miracle. We stand out and wait for your salvation. We stand out and wait for your salvation. Just love our you help them, just like you helped them then to subdue and break the husk of Haman Amalek, to uproot, nullify, and subdue his great poison, and to reveal faith in your providence in the world, and to reveal faith in your providence in the world, and to reveal faith in your providence, and to reveal faith in your providence in the world, to return, fulfill and accept anew the holiness of your holy Torah, to return, fulfill and accept anew the holiness of your holy, the holiness of your holy Torah, the holiness of your holy Torah. So we'll stand up for us in every single generation until you are victorious in the war completely and utterly. Stand up for us in every single generation until you are victorious in the war completely and utterly. Stand up for us in every single generation. Until you are victorious in the war completely and utterly. You're wiping out the memory of Amalek, and removing the spirits of impurity from the land. Really return us to you and extract us very quickly from out of this bitter exile. Therefore, Lord of wonders, I've come before you to ask that you take heed of, and feel the great distress we experience. Behold our affliction and labor. Don't look at our bad deeds. Don't look at our bad deeds. Behold our affliction and labor. Don't look at our bad deeds. Don't look at our bad deeds. Perform for us wonderful and awesome miracles. Perform for us wonderful and awesome miracles. Miracles of Purim. Perform for us wonderful and awesome miracles. Perform for us wonderful and awesome miracles. Miracles of Purim. 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 Perform for us wonderful and awesome miracles. Miracles of Purim. Perform for us wonderful and awesome miracles. Miracles of Purim. Miracles of Purim. Perform for us wonderful and awesome miracles. Miracles of Purim, such that things turn out for the good and that we merit to return to you very speedily indeed in our lifetime. Let us never go back to foolishness. 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 Yes, let us never go back to foolishness. Let us never go back to foolishness. Master of the world, living God, King of the world, who revives the living, have mercy upon us and revive us. Give us existence. Give us existence. Sanctify us and purify us from the uncleanliness of the dead, which is the most severe impurity of all, and which corresponds to thoughts of sexual desire that have become stronger and spread very much in the world, such that we've drowned in the mire of the depths of the sea, where it's impossible to stand. I've come into deep waters where the floods overflow us through the strength of the holiness of the commandments of Purim. Let us merit to accept and draw upon ourselves. Let us merit to accept and draw upon ourselves the holiness and purity of the pure red holier, to really purify ourselves in this world and the world to come from the impurity of the dead. You who are full of mercy, help us and save us in order to fulfill the commandment of Purim with holiness and such great happiness, with holiness and such great happiness, with holiness, with holiness, with holiness and such great happiness, with holiness and such great happiness, that we merit to really be careful from even the smallest quantity of chametz, leavened bread, during Pesach. Let us fulfill all the awesome commandments of Pesach in great holiness. That we merit to really be careful from even the smallest quantity of chametz, leavened bread during Pesach. Let us fulfill all the awesome commandments of Pesach in great holiness. All the awesome commandments of Pesach in great holiness and awesome and immense happiness. And awesome and immense happiness. Let us fulfill all the awesome. Let us fulfill all the awesome commandments of Pesach in great holiness and awesome and immense happiness. Have mercy upon us for your name's sake. 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 Let us merit in your mercy to impress our wishes upon you. Let us merit in your mercy to impress our wishes upon you. Help us and save us according to this lesson to really return quickly to you. Save us by the power of the holiness of the miracle and wonderful salvation. Save us by the power of the holiness of the miracle and wonderful salvation of Purim, so that we merit to change completely from evil to good. Save us by the holy, save us by the power of the holiness of the miracle and wonderful salvation of Purim, so that we merit to change completely from evil to good, from evil to good, from evil to good, from evil to good, from evil to God, from evil to God, from evil to God. From evil to good, from evil to good, and let us get out of the sorrow and darkness and reach happiness and great light. And let us get out of the sorrow and darkness and reach happiness and great light. And let us get out of the sorrow and darkness. And let us get out of the sorrow and darkness. And let us get out of the sorrow and darkness and reach happiness and great light. And reach happiness and great light. And reach happiness, yes, and great light. And reach happiness, yes, and great light. Reach happiness, and great light. And reach happiness, yes, and great light. And reach happiness, and great light. And reach happiness, yes, and great light. Help us and save us, so that we can fast on the fast of Esther before Purim with great holiness, with great holiness, with great holiness. Let us say the supplication. Let us say the supplication. Let us say the supplication in great devotion. 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 Crying out and shouting to you very much. I open my heart to you very much. Open my heart, 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 so that I merit to really feel the pain of my iniquities and the immensity of my distress, which is beyond measure, and the immensity of my distress, which is beyond measure, such that I merit to shout out very strongly and bitterly, yes, such that I merit to shout out very strongly and bitterly, as is fitting for me to shout according to the multiplicity of my iniquities, my immense willful transgressions and very, very great blemishes. Let me shout out to you. Let me shout out to you, and till your compassion is really aroused upon me. Speedily save me, and redeem me from myself. Speedily save me, and redeem me from myself. Speedily save me, and redeem me from myself. Oh, speedily save me, and redeem me from myself. Speedily save me, and redeem me from myself. Make me walk in your statutes and in your commandments really wholeheartedly. Oh, make me walk in your statutes and in your commandments really wholeheartedly. Make me walk in your statutes and in your commandments really wholeheartedly. My Father, my King, my Maker, my Creator, show me the way how to start from the aspect of the holiness of Purim. Show me the way how to start from the aspect of the holiness of Purim, as you alluded to us by your holy sages, nach, nachman. Show me the way how to start from the aspect of the holiness of Purim, as you alluded to us by your holy sages, nach, nachman. Show me the way how to start from the aspect of the holiness of Purim, as you alluded to us by your holy sages. Show me the way how to start from the aspect of the holiness of Purim, as you alluded to us by your holy sages, nach, nachman. Help us by way of a miracle and a wonderful, awesome salvation, by way of a wonderful and awesome innovation, by way of a wonderful and awesome innovation, by way of a wonderful and awesome innovation in such a way that I merit from now on to return to you in really perfect repentance. May I merit to start anew. To really, may I merit to start anew. 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 To really and wholeheartedly make a perfectly new beginning with all my heart and soul and truly serving you. May I merit to start anew. To really and wholeheartedly make a perfectly new beginning with all my heart and soul and truly serving you. Oh, may I merit to start anew. To really and wholeheartedly make a perfectly new beginning with all my heart and soul and truly serving you. May I merit to start anew. May I merit to start anew. To really and wholeheartedly make a perfectly new beginning. To really and wholeheartedly make a perfectly new beginning with all my heart and soul in truly serving you. Truly show me and teach me from where to start, in what way and by what advice I may merit to really return to you, Master of the world, great in counsel and mighty indeed. Direct us aright with good counsel from before you, and save us speedily in your name's sake, such that from now I merit to really perfect repentance. Such that from now I merit to really perfect repentance all the days of my life. To really perfect repentance all the days of my life. Let me not stray, so that from now I merit to really perfect repentance all the days of my life. Let me not stray from your will, either to the right or the left. Let me not stray from your will, either to the right or the left. Let me not stray from your will, either to the right or to the left. Let me merit to learn, let me merit to learn. Teach, I do and fulfill. I do and fulfill. Do and fulfill all the words of your Torah, all the words of your Torah, with love, 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 with love. with love, with love, with love, and to carry out all the commandments and all the things concerned with holiness. To do each thing at its appointed time and on a time. To do each thing at its appointed time and on time. To do each thing at its appointed time and on time. Let me do it well at its proper time. Let me do it well at its proper time with great holiness and purity. Strengthen me at all times in happiness and joy. Strengthen me at all times in happiness and joy. Strengthen me at all times in happiness and joy. Strengthen me at all times in happiness and joy. Strengthen me at all times in happiness and joy, and may I merit in the merit of the strength of the true tzaddikim, from nach feige v'simcha, nach one shechim point until the heaven of tefillah. And the man is drew down the strength of the true tzaddikim to drive out and nullify. Nach one to drive out and nullify. To drive out and nullify from myself and from all Israel the husk of Haman Amalek. May his name be wiped out. Let me draw upon myself the holiness of the miracle and salvation. Let me draw upon myself the holiness of the miracle and salvation. The holiness of the miracle and salvation of Purim. Have mercy upon us. Let me draw upon myself the holiness. Let me draw upon myself. Let me draw upon myself. Let me draw upon myself. The holiness of the miracle. Let me draw upon myself the holiness of the miracle and salvation of Purim. Have mercy upon us in every generation and every year, that we merit to rejoice very, very much during the days of Purim with great happiness and incredibly great joy, very, very much. That we merit to rejoice very, very much during the days of Purim with great happiness and incredibly great joy. Let us merit to fulfill the commandments of reading the scroll of Esther with great holiness and purity. Let us merit to fulfill the commandments of reading the scroll of Esther with great holiness and purity, with phenomenally great happiness, with phenomenally great happiness. Let us consider the greatness of the immensity of the wonderful miracle. Let us consider. Let us consider. Let us consider. Let us consider. The greatness. Let us consider deeply. Meditate upon. Let us consider. Let us consider. Let us consider the greatness of the immensity. Let us consider the greatness of the immensity of the wonderful miracle and this awesome salvation. Let us consider the greatness of the immensity. Let us consider the greatness of the immensity. Let us consider the greatness of the immensity of the wonderful miracle and this awesome salvation. And may we publicize this miracle before all people in assembly. And may we publicize this miracle before all people and assembly. May we merit to fulfill the commandment of becoming drunk on Purim, as the sages of blessed memory commanded us. Help us and protect us. May we merit to fulfill the commandment of becoming drunk on Purim, as the sages of blessed memory commanded us. Help us and protect us, so that the drinking and drunkenness of Purim shouldn't harm us at all. Help us and protect us, so that the drinking and drunkenness of Purim shouldn't harm us at all, neither physically nor spiritually, and that we shouldn't harm anybody or anything by our drunkenness. Rather, let us merit by the drunkenness of Purim to reach great happiness. Rather, let us merit by the drunkenness of Purim to reach great happiness and phenomenally great joy, to reach the happiness of Purim, when the immense and wonderful radiance of Mordechai shines out, a radiance unequaled throughout the year. Let me merit to be happy and good-hearted, to gladden other people also, to gladden all your nation Israel. Let me merit to be happy and good-hearted. Let me be married to be happy and good-hearted. Let me marry to be happy and good-hearted. Let me marry to be happy and good-hearted. Oh, let me marry to be happy and good-hearted, to gladden other people, so to gladden all your nation, Israel, with the happiness of purim, with very, very great joy, indeed, very, very great joy indeed. With very, very great joy indeed. With very, very great joy indeed. With very, very great joy. Indeed. We will rejoice and be glad in your salvation. We will rejoice and be glad in your salvation with true happiness, in such a way that you have contentment and satisfaction, so that you get great delight, in such a way that you have contentment and satisfaction, in such a way that you have contentment and satisfaction, in such a way that you have contentment and satisfaction, so that such that you get great delight from our drinking and happiness on the holy days of Purim. May we merit also now, every year, to the great miracle, to the great miracle, or to the great miracle, a wonderful salvation, to the great miracle, a wonderful salvation of Purim, so that we can drive out, uproot and nullify from ourselves the husk of Amalek and his great poison. Oh, let us wipe out his name and memory from the world. May we merit also now every year to the great miracle and wonderful salvation, to the great miracle and wonderful salvation of Purim, so that we can drive out. May we merit also now every year to the great miracle and wonderful salvation of Purim, so that we can drive out, uproot, and nullify from ourselves the husk of Amalek and his great poison. Let us wipe out his name and memory from the world. Oh, let us wipe out his name and memory from around the world. Let us purify ourselves from his poison, and so reach great holiness and purity. Let us purify ourselves from his poison, and so reach great holiness and purity. Let us purify ourselves from his poison, from his poison. Let us purify ourselves from his poison, and so reach great holiness and purity. Let us purify ourselves from his poison, and so reach great holiness and purity. Let us purify ourselves from his poison, and so reach great holiness and purity. May we draw upon ourselves the holiness of Mordechai and Esther. Let us merit to draw the holiness of Purim to all the days of the year. Let us merit to draw the holiness of Purim to all the days of the year, to always be happy in you, with really great happiness, with really great happiness and joy. By this may we merit to the holiness and purity of the Heifer, and to the real holiness of Pesach, and to the real holiness of Holy Pesach, and to the real holiness of Pesach. Let us merit to always be happy. Let us merit to always be happy. Fulfilling us the verse which says, for our heart shall rejoice in him, for we have trusted in his holy name. For our heart shall rejoice in him, for we have trusted in his holy name. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing before your countenance, O God, my Rabbah and my Redeemer. Nanach, nachma, nachma meuman. Nanach, nachma, nachma meuman. Tilani atilani, tilani atilani, flepa samanamulek. Tilani atilani, tilani atilani, flepa samanamulek. Baba baba, vezakaini, vekachaini, lekishat monachaviyesta. Vezakaini, vekachaini, lekishat monachaviyesta. Yamulek tistalek, yamulek tistalek. Mayam moyach v'yalek. Amulek tistalek. holiest, nanach.